Hey everybody, how's it going? Back here once again to play some games, and this time we're playing one that should be pretty fun, RoboCop Rogue City. Came out in November, I believe. November or October, I forget. One I've been wanting to check out. Finally got it in from GameFly. Weirdly enough, they shipped it out like right before Christmas. I think the Friday before Christmas. So it got here, I think, Tuesday. And I didn't even check the mail that day, so I got it yesterday on Wednesday. Got it installed and all that. Been meaning to play it, but just had not had the time yesterday. But we're gonna check it out now. Maybe we'll play some more tomorrow. I don't know. But I was checking the options, and there's like a bunch of stuff here. This is the first game I think I've seen on PS5 that started on quality. It did not start on performance. Like subtitles were off. Maybe I'll have to do this at some point as a streamer mode. I'm assuming because there's some licensed music stuff in here, but okay. It's not much in the way of accessibility stuff, but we'll jump in. And normal. But yeah, this is a game that I tried to record. Oh, we're gonna let this go. I tried to record a video of the Steam demo, and it did not want to run well at all with the OBS.
And we give you the world. Good evening. I'm Casey Wong. A military submarine that went missing over 3 years ago has suddenly reappeared in the Baltic Sea. Confused seamen mistakenly opened fire on the last Lapland
Confused
reservation,
seamen?
killing 12.
Oh no.
Thankfully, our homesick sailors are back on U.S. soil. Welcome back, boys. In local news, a new crime wave that is sweeping Detroit has already claimed the lives of 21 police officers. Here's a statement from the head of OCP, Omni Consumer Products, that's funding and running the Detroit Police Department.
Old Detroit has a cancer, and that cancer is crime. It must be cut out, and OCP holds the scalpel.
According to our sources, the attacks were aimed at catching the attention of a man whose identity remains unknown. This dangerous new guy in town seems to have his eye on doing business in old Detroit.
Your filthy hands off me! Shut
I'm sorry. There seems to be a
Disturbance? I'm a big fan. Now move!
Uh-oh.
Don't adjust your television sets. Your regularly scheduled program will be back shortly. Now, this message goes out to the new guy in town. It seems that you're looking to spend some money in this great city of ours. I'm here to tell you that the Torchheads are open for business. You may have heard of us as the #1 supplier of nuke in old Detroit. The most potent, addictive drug available in front of every convenience store, school, or library near you. But that's not all we're capable of.
Yeah, I believe this is set between
Let's get
RoboCop 2
you
and 3. I've seen neither of those, so...
We'll get Officer Howard to illustrate the point. You see, Officer Howard made a drug bust that cost us a lot of money. We want to reward this dutiful officer with a performance bonus. A lifetime supply of nuke. Oh man, you're gonna have the time of your life. There you go. Enjoy. New guy, us Torchheads are more than capable of doing whatever you need done in our city. So what is it, huh? Arson, smuggling, drug dealing, good old-fashioned murder. We do it all. You've got the money, we've got the power. So let's talk.
Alright. Yeah, so I played a good bit of the demo. The demo, I believe, was probably like 3 to 4 hours of content. I played through like this first scenario, or most of it. It was pretty solid for how well it did run for my PC, so I was definitely very clear I was not going to get it on PC. Yeah, I've seen the original movie once, I think. Maybe twice, I don't know.
Good to see you, Murphy. Lieutenant's at the main entrance to the TV station.
The ground's shaking. Judgment Day is here.
Okay.
Hey, handsome, we're here for the show. Go get him, Robo.
Yeah, you hold down left trigger, you get this like scanner mode.
They came out of the trucks and they just started shooting at anything that moved.
I wouldn't bother. I already ran the plates.
You should know by now when it comes to evidence, we're reporters.
If it keeps on like this.
Yeah, a bunch of stuff going on here. Ooh. Hey, buddy.
I'm gonna give you 10 milligrams of diazepam to make it.
Here we go.
We can't
Looks
wait
good.
any longer. Those trigger-happy maniacs have a ton of hostages. But sir, roger that. Over and out.
What is the situation?
Goddamn OCP tells us to stand down till SWAT arrives. That's our situation.
Looks like I'm on my way out.
Not so fast, buddy. Who do you think is gonna clean up this place? I'm not letting you off that easily.
You sound just like my wife.
If that's the case, let's get you patched up. We wouldn't want to get on her bad side. Press here. Medic! There you are, partner.
Lewis?
The hell is going on up there?
Sorry, dude. The police want us to release the hostages. So no hard feelings.
Hey, you can't go in yet. We need to wait for the reinforcements.
Reinforcements have arrived.
I knew you'd say something like that.
Alright, here we go.
We need to find another way. It is too dangerous to cross.
For me. But you can take the heat. Go. I'll figure something out. Besides, you could do with a head start. Go on.
Alright, here we go. I think we'll start to get shooting here.
I've got a signet ring. How much do you think I can get for it?
Is it gold?
It was taken off someone famous. Just look at him. He looks kind of familiar.
Uh-oh. Yeah, RoboCop's a character I don't know that they've had
Guys,
any good games.
anyone expecting a silver?
Any good RoboCop games? Like I've heard maybe the arcade games, alright.
Drop it, scum.
I'll torch you to a crisp.
Oh, like that. Some wild ass violence here. What? Oh, I see it. Yeah, get your little scanner there. Oh. Oh no. Oh. There we go. What the heck? Oh. As you see, we're gaining experience. I'm not really covering up much here, in case you're wondering. Individuals or objects? Oh, Like, it's got good range, good damage. It blows up people pretty well. Oh! I think that would happen. Like, knock something off. You have, like, Estus flasks, I guess. But yeah, I think you're also potentially supposed to go off and grab stuff on the sides here. I don't know if there's anything here in particular that's interesting, but you do get extra XP for grabbing things like drugs and, yeah, crime evidence, you know. I don't know if this will highlight anything more easily. Fake ID cards, just all the evidence that has nothing to do, I don't know, maybe it does have something to do with all the things going on here. But yeah, they kind of seem to want you to do all that stuff too. Yeah, even like the UI is kind of shaking as we're moving. Oh, I don't even have my gun. Yeah, we're in performance mode, so... Oh, gotta hold it. Yeah, I think we go through this building, kill a bunch of bad guys, and then...
Worried about the weight limit?
Lewis, you're here.
We need to get these elevators back online. The service box is in the basement.
Let me.
I doubt you had time between all the heroics, but I got a key card from the janitor. It's good to do some real street work from time to time, you know?
Alright.
After you.
Yeah, I did the very brave and potentially foolhardy thing.
They obviously don't want to be disturbed.
I need to check out. Okay. Audio seems like it should be okay. Yeah, let me know if I need to change that up, but yeah. I remember a couple of these from the demo. Hey, look at that. Oh yeah, I didn't want to... There we go.
That graffiti is fresh.
I bet some of those idiots are still here.
Yeah, I can heal myself. Yeah, since I already have... I can take that to pick it up.
My hands are shaking. We can now.
Any more tricks up your sleeve?
I will keep them coming.
I will keep them coming. Over and over again. Oh, jeez, buddy. I don't think you can, like, mutilate the corpses with any of this. Thank you for doing my job, Lewis. But I am the robo-sex machine here. This way? No. And it's like kind of weird. They're like, hey, you should go over here and get this stuff because that's important. Also, they want you like, what if I get this limited pistol that has, tell me this doesn't blow up? Man, what's going on? Nuke overdose. Let me have that nuke. I can take it all. I almost want to... I know it's probably the point of it too. For it to be kind of slow, but yeah. Oh! I didn't know I had that. Take that so I can... What does she want? I scanned him, right? Oh. Was I supposed to do something else? Okay. Ah, she's just hanging here looking at this. Am I supposed to scan something else here? Also, the way this hand looks when you zoom in is just a little bit weird. Oh! Ho, ho, ho. Yeah, watch out. Okay. Punk, turf, deal with it. Bang. Man, these are some tough bunks. Uh-oh. Stolen wallet. I mean, is that a stolen wallet or is that his wallet? Did he die stealing the wallet? Like, context is important, people. Take that. Like, this is exactly what you'd expect RoboCop to do, is to carefully check out every room here for nuke and all that sitting around. Okay, we're going in there. Oh no! The little forklift thing. That dude, whatever his plan was, did not go well. Oh. I mean, your body doesn't have anything on it. Jeez. I'm hit. I need to take these drugs, or else I do not function at 100% capacity. And there's no jump emitting X right now. Oh, it took my gun away, so I can't reload. That's great. Yeah. Okay, there's nothing over here. Uh-oh. You can use RoboCop vision. That's...
I am detecting a short circuit. We need to isolate the cables.
I think I've got something just for that. I'd say it was a team effort. They're holding everyone in the studio. It's on the 30th floor.
It sounded like something was going on, besides whatever was going on in the game.
Huh?
So, our friends in blue finally decided to join our glamorous show. I'm afraid you're too late for my autograph.
Chopper's ready.
Chopper's ready. Okay.
But the party goes on. Guys, make sure you provide all our guests with a decent amount of amusement, so don't skimp on the nuke. See ya.
Uh-oh.
What a freaking psycho. We need to be quick before they kill anyone else. I know that look, Murphy. You saw something, didn't you?
We are here to enforce the law, Lewis. Let us stay focused.
Right. Just keep in mind that I'm here if you need me, partner.
He's seeing his original self. Malfunctioning, some might say.
Slime bags detected.
Just look at that, boys! The police dog and its bitch!
Not sure which one is which.
You're gonna take that back.
Turn down the audio just a little bit. What? Yeah, that's right, they took away my gun before I could, you know, do something with it. Oh, look. Oh, yeah. Before we get to this other stuff, you can just pick up the CRT monitors and just throw them. They're explosives. But you can't pick up other stuff. You know, it's not like he's a giant robot cop, man. Like, he could do this and have the other hand be accessible. That's obviously a thing that he could do. Alright, let's... I feel like it might be a weak weapon. Don't blow up my CRT. It might kill someone one day. Hold still. There we go. Finally. That's such a dumb weapon. I do like the destruction on things here. I just sidestepped your... How about I do this? Why am I stuck? This immovable chair. Oh, his head just popped. Like, you can't throw this through there, but... Oh. I was shooting at the glass over here. See? That's destructible glass, that's not. Or that's... Was this already broken? No, that's... Why is there... Why didn't they build all the glass with that material? Then if they're gonna do this. Is there nuke on any of these desks? I must know. Incriminating documents. Who wrote this? Who wrote John was here? That is Illegal graffiti. There we go. Yeah, it's a little framey still in this mode. What is vaulting? More incriminating documents. At least those did not explode, unlike everything else. Strong antidepressants. These are legal for now. Oh, regular CRT TV. Yeah, that's what I think of TV. You will be gone in just 30 years. Like wondering why there's like CRTs flying out of this place. Oh. Does anybody have the good stuff on them? Oh, here we go. I was gonna say. Alright. I don't think I can open the door with this. What? Who have taken hostage. You only have a few seconds to eliminate the threat and protect the innocent. Okay. What? That just exploded at the wall. Boss or not. Okay. I'm gonna say that was not my fault there.
Thank God you've come. This lady really needs to see a doctor.
Murphy, these people need help. Why don't you go ahead? I'll stay with them.
Right.
This is Lewis. We have rescued 3 hostages, one with a gunshot wound to the abdomen. Requesting urgent medical assistance. Over.
I see why they have the option. Hey, there's no loot in there? What the heck? I'll also do that and get another one. This concrete. Man, what's this? Oh. I shall not go back. 167 meters, okay. Some of these people are taking way too many shots. I don't care. Hello, boys. Daddy is back. Yeah! I shoot his leg off? Oh. Man, we lost a lot of health there. Is there health somewhere? This is a freight elevator, is it not? Alright, here we go. Oh. Bounced up in a really weird way. Oopsie. That grenade bounced weird. Oh! Why do you have the bouncy grenades mod on? Where are they at? Oh, I see. Oh! That is unfair. Uh-oh, I found your incriminating pictures. I see. Like, this guy is only armored on his head. At least I think so. Yeah. Well, that's interesting. Blood. Propagation here. I still don't know what that thing is for. Yummy. Give these to Daddy RoboCop. Okay, here we go. Oh, I shouldn't have. I thought I was at 2 or 3 already. Oh well. It should be fine. Ooh, assault rifle, why not? Yep, that's how RoboCop swaps guns. Alright. Okay, here we go. We got another one. Everything's okay. RoboCop is taking extra precautions. What? Oopsie. Oh, this is pretty cool.
Darling, could you get the napkins from the cupboard? Sure thing, Mom. What are we having? It's a surprise. Little man, have you washed your hands? Do I really have to? I wasn't playing in the dirt. Of course you do. No more discussion. Darn. What about Dad? Is he gonna be back for dinner?
Who wants this 2-liter of Coke that is indestructible? Of these bananas. Okay. This is cool that they like damaged the screen here. It's part of his vision getting messed up.
Alex, what do you think about the color of this dress? I'm not sure if I like the pattern.
It's ugly.
James really looks up to you. He said in school that he wants to be a police officer just like his dad.
Pizza. Fizz. Oh, hell yeah, finally something. Oh my god! Where are you at? Oh! Well, we saved some of them. Oopsie. Uh-oh.
Hey, no sudden moves, cop! I'm not dying here! Get me another one of those choppers, like the one that took Soot! You hear me?
You work so hard, honey. Why don't you take some leave? We all could use a little break
This is
from
pretty
this
good.
reality, don't you think?
Wakey wakey! I'm talking to you, Shiny! Stand back from that door, or I'll shoot her! I swear to nuke!
I don't know what I would do if I ever lost you.
You got 3 seconds! 3!
Our family is the only thing I need to be happy.
2! Are you fucking deaf?
Trust me, we will stay like this forever.
1! Last chance, weirdo!
I love you so much, Alice.
Oh, good. I think it's Alex, yeah.
You okay there, Murphy?
Or Anne. Sorry. Alex is the real name for RoboCop.
What does it want? Get it away from me!
I am sorry.
Can't you see? It's unstable! Ma'am, please, calm down. It's been a very tough evening, and I assure you that everyone wants to be back home with their families. Though for some of us, the night has just begun.
Uh-oh. RoboCop. Yeah, there we go. Right, fairly late title card for this game. Hey. Yeah, I'll probably play another hour of this here and then I'll call it. Maybe come back tomorrow with this. I was thinking of also streaming some American Truck Sim.
Cash? No problem. Do you take singles?
Get back in line.
They're here.
His legs are animating a little weird there.
Good job, Murphy.
I think you're forgetting someone.
Officer Lewis, you were remarkable.
Soot ran off with his tail between his legs.
Would have been nice if we caught him, though.
All right, all right. Are you done with this circle jerk, huh? Good.
Transitions are a little rough.
The malfunction caught on camera provokes a question. Can we put our safety into the hands of a machine? Especially one as unreliable as RoboCop. We asked Max Becker, the head of security concepts at OCP.
Now quiet.
We would never put a defective product on the streets. That's not what we do.
We all saw it hesitate in a life and death situation. Why? Does it really know right from wrong?
Listen, I would trust this guy with my kids. I mean, if I had any. This was just an isolated glitch. Thank you.
Mr. Becker,
And I'm trying to check the TV, see if it's happening there too. I think it is.
Snap her little neck.
Or if it's just a
But
capture
she's got
thing.
a point. This was not an isolated incident. It's a pattern. A pattern that the old man wants examined and fixed.
Really?
Time to see what's hiding in that metal head of yours.
We know what's in Murphy's head. It's what's in yours that worries us.
Push me, and you might just find out. You, follow me.
Everyone is dismissed. And Lewis, I need your report on the TV station incident. On the double.
On it, Sarge.
Hello, sir.
I just can't do it. There is no way. Murph.
Stinky
I can
situation.
deal with blood, guts, but puke is a no-go for me. Oh, be a sport and move his ass to the drunk tank for me. You got your special gloves and extra protection, so you shouldn't mind.
All right, buddy.
Just take him downstairs. I owe you one, Murphy. Oh no, the smell is following you. I'm gonna be sick.
I don't remember getting on a roller coaster.
Oh, what are you doing, buddy? Oh, just sitting here, spin him around. Hello, sir. How do you like this? Oh, wrong turn.
Look who's back home. Just toss him in one of the empty cells.
Robo-Pig! Why do you have to spoil our fun all the time? You metal freak!
Finally. Home.
Sleep tight.
Enjoy this side quest, sir. What's wrong with you, Mr. Street? There's another punk. These are very 80s punks. This one's empty. There's nothing in the... Yeah, the mat's been tossed aside. Give me guns. Alright. This seems like the highest tech thing in this entire place. Ooh, we got further. Ooh.
Hi, Murphy.
Hello, sir. Is there any nuke hanging out down here? Just half-eaten pizza. I don't think there's too much reason to do any of this right now. Yeah, I'm supposed to go. Fairly good amount of real estate here, so that's cool. We need to go deal with our other assignment here. We're just looking at this wanted sign. $2,000, Mr. Anthony Harris. 5'9", 200 to 210 pounds. Hair violet, punk hairstyle. Okay. Good luck, gentlemen. Ooh. Let me answer the phone. Alright. Locker room time. Like, is there any other side stuff to find around here? Doesn't look like it. Maybe there's...
When will this be fixed?
Don't hold your breath. OCP isn't looking to spend a dime on our equipment.
Officer Ramirez. Oh, hey.
What seems to be the problem?
My damn locker won't open. Can you try? Wait, what is all this shit doing in my locker?
We wanted you to be safe out there.
Yeah, you guys, very fun.
Uh-huh. Ha 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 ha. Ooh. Now that's a cool hat. I don't know what it's for, but it is a very cool hat. How do we... Oh, lockers. Ooh. Is there somebody in here? I should not be in the showers. RoboCop, what's this with this sexual harassment stuff? Are you in there peeping at the ladies' showers? Ooh. I could, yeah, pointed something over here. What's... Oh. All police officers must become cost-effective. Educate you and your subordinates on how to fulfill your duties at the lowest possible cost. Prepare a brochure entitled, Is It Worth Intervening? Oh, cool. That's very different than what cops do now. Again, cops get kind of as much funding as they want. Ooh, another one. What's this one say? Oh. Hey, I got a skill point. Hello, sir. Quit poking yourself in your glasses. So yeah, if you don't know, this game comes from Teon, who made that Terminator Resistance game, I think it was, a handful of years ago. That was pretty well regarded as like a surprisingly solid game. I have that on here. Yeah, all these transitions are rough. I use a cutscene, so it's a little
scar. I'd like to see the other guy. Am I right?
You do not. Trust me.
Don't mind me. I'll just get this off.
So, here's the deal, Robo. The old man is not happy with your performance. Instead of sending you to the scrapyard as I suggested, he wants to fix you. Hey, pretty boy. You sure know how to make an impression on the ladies.
Doesn't it
Oh,
hurt
she's
him?
got a
Hurt. Lady,
robo
he's a
arm.
machine. He's legally dead. We can do whatever we want with him.
No, madam. It does not hurt me physically.
So we're going to equip you with a little monitoring chip.
It hurts
We'll do a
me
real-time check of your
emotionally.
systems so we can get to the bottom of what the hell is wrong with you. From now on, your performance will be monitored and graded. So better be on your best behavior, huh?
You will get a letter grade after every encounter.
The chip is in. Let's see what we have here.
It will give you experience points for killing people. Secret 1 and Secret 2. Hey, I collected a lot of crime evidence. Yeah, I didn't save all the hostages. That seemed very hard. Each time you achieve a new level, you receive a skill point that can be used to develop your skills. Okay. Yep. Oh, once. Here we go. Oh, it's nice of them to show you like what each upgrade gets you, like what you're working towards. These are all dialogue options. Oh, we get 3 points. Ooh. More experience from notes, which that seems pretty solid. Scanning lets you move more often to detect helpful information, such as safe combination. That seems also useful. All right, that's, yep, 30% more experience points. Yep. And then I got one more. By bouncing bullets off certain spots. What? Split hit more enemy. What the hell is this game? Reflects allow you to see your environment in slow motion for a short time. Dash. Fuse boxes. That's more recharges. Or up to 75% of your health. I feel like these two probably, because this doubles your earned public trust points. Scanning also seems interesting as well. Yeah. Here's all the notes I found, which I did pretty well looking around there. And here's the map. Okay.
Well,
Thank you for introducing
already see some
skill
unwanted
points.
activity in your hippocampus. We'll have to keep an eye on it. Other than that, everything seems to be installed correctly. To be sure, let's make a simple test to check that all circuits are in order. What are your prime directives?
Serve the public trust. Protect the innocent. Uphold the law.
Okay, nothing disturbed. However, like with any new upgrade, I recommend visiting the range to check if you need calibration.
Ooh.
Is that everything?
Actually, no. Doctor?
Oh, yes, sorry. My name is Dr. Olivia Blanche. I'm a police psychologist. I specialize in dealing with police officers suffering from emotional trauma.
Emotional trauma? Might as well talk to the microwave. It hasn't been working properly either.
OCP wanted to see if you'd be willing to have a talk with me as part of your evaluation. I noticed that a great deal of care has been put into making sure that your mechanical components work. However, one aspect of your composition that has been severely neglected is your human side, your brain.
I agree. If it was up to me, I'd remove it altogether. What do you think, Doctor? Would save us a lot of hassle.
I don't mind the hassle. So what do you say, officer? Is that possibly something that could be of interest to you?
I am not sure.
Robo, Reed wants everyone in the briefing room in 5. It's about the new guy.
The new guy.
Excuse me, Dr. Blanche, but I am needed elsewhere.
But we...
Screw my mental health.
Well,
okay.
Can't say we didn't try. Everyone get back to whatever the fuck you usually do around here.
Oh. Language, man. Oh, I gotta report to the shooting range.
Man, I tell you, it was crazy in that TV station.
Good job you had Murphy in with you.
You bet. Without him, we'd all be goners.
Just leaving all that stuff there. That's great. There's no smoking inside, miss. Ooh.
Murphy, I heard you're scheduled for calibration. Step right up and press the button when you're ready. 50 points is what OCP calls a passing grade. Shouldn't be a problem to you.
Oh my god.
Not even 50, huh? Maybe they really did mess you up in that lab.
Oh.
Try again.
Couldn't even get 50. What's wrong with me? Or if the headshots are better. $48.
50, and let's see if I can make the record.
81. 63 is the record. I got that one.
Good job. I'll let the eggheads know that we're good to go.
150 points. How about I shoot you in the head? We'll see how you really like that. Alright. Forgot. I keep thinking there's two different stairwells to go up. Oh. Alright, so we got skill points now for RoboCop.
Could you please help me out here?
What's up? Oh yeah, we get to do this fun thing. I've heard about
Reed
this.
is in the briefing room, and I have my hands full. There are so many complaints filing in that I can't keep up. It's getting crazy in here. Could you open up another line and help me?
I am here to serve the public trust.
Take a spot on the podium. You're a lifesaver, Robo.
This line is open. Please form an orderly queue.
Officer, I have a problem. My neighbors are hostile toward me. I think it's because they're jealous of my new dog.
New dog?
Why would they get so worked up every time I take him for a walk?
What is his name?
He has a beautiful red coat, so I called him Fire. He likes to hide, so sometimes I have to yell, Fire! Fire! to find him. Anyway, can you do something about
That
my
sure is a name you could give your dog.
Your behavior disrupts public order. I must issue a ticket.
That's fine. I don't mind paying the price for having the cutest dog in all Detroit.
Next.
We upheld the law.
I got something for you, officer. I know where you can find a wanted criminal. That poster over there says there's a reward for that information. And I want it.
I want details.
Are you blind? I'm the guy from that poster, so here I am. Now, give me the money.
I will have to detain you.
Fine, but I still get the reward, right?
You can hope for a reduced
sentence.
That's not the reward I was hoping for, but I'll take it. It'll be good to get back to jail. Life as a free man can be tiring.
Take him away. Next.
Having to constantly apply this makeup is tiring.
I would like to report my son missing.
How old is he?
He's 24, but he's never been gone for so long without letting me know.
How long has it been?
Just over 2 days now.
We do not consider an adult missing within 72 hours.
Oh, please, I'm begging you. Something's not right. You really need to find him.
What is his name and address?
George Elkins, 7706 Orchard Avenue.
Let me check. Your son was found dead 2 hours ago.
What? Oh, no.
Well, that's sad. Where are my experience points? Oop. There we go. Oh, the Auto 9 printed circuit board. What? We get to upgrade the Auto 9? Alright. Oh, time for... Whoa! What's this sitting on a chair? Snooping a RoboCop. Okay. Alright, I don't need to actually read it. Oh, look at this fancy stuff. This wanted man. And a gun. Okay. Yeah, there's the other one. I think there's one back there and one here.
So, what's on today's agenda?
The agenda is that you sit your ass down and listen.
There we go.
It's no secret that crime has been on the rise.
He
ever
just
since
stands
what the
there. That's
media
pretty
says
good.
The new guy in town showed up in the city. The word on the street is that he wants to spend a lot of money in old Detroit, and that has made every gang in the city start advertising their services. We need to find him before things get out of control.
Where do we look?
Our best bet is to see if he made contact with the torch heads. Robo, I want you to start by checking the arcade downtown. It's become a high activity area for punks.
Understood.
Everyone else, keep your eyes open. Any questions?
Any word on Briggs?
What happened to Briggs?
He's been missing since yesterday.
Shit.
Officer Briggs remains missing. That's over 24 hours since he's been in contact with anyone here.
Are the two cases connected?
No reason to assume so. But if anyone finds Briggs' informant, we might learn something new. All right, now get out there.
All right.
You go ahead, partner. I need to write this report, and there's something else I need to do first.
Oh. I just like this notion of scan lines here. I would like to snoop in your office. Oh, what's down here? Oh. We gotta go out the garage. Let's see. Here we go. Yeah, that's right. There was this one here and there's one down there. That's...
Cruiser's ready for you, Robo. Go get him.
Go get him, RoboCop. Whoa. Oh. Alright, let's get in here. Go see what's up. Oh. Or is there something else over here? Sure. Sure, we want to leave. That seems like a very steep ramp. That just seems guaranteed to mess things up. Here I think we get to explore a bit. It looks pretty good, plays pretty solid.
You came to clean up this city, didn't you? It'd be easier to burn it all to the ground. Believe me, just burn it all.
All right, thank you. What's the... Ooh. That's not even all the city we could have access to. Well, that's not that much. And they give you a lot of experience just for finding notes. It's a worthwhile thing to do.
Murphy, this is Reed. Mayor Kuzak just stormed into my office. Apparently, his niece's car has been stolen. Find it. This goes to the top of your priority list.
I found
You can start by asking about it at some of the local garages. For the record, it's a blue SUX 6000, registered to Melissa Kuzak.
Will do. Oh, what's this guy doing? I see where they have an option for reducing the noise of that. There's that. Half-eaten pizza with, I guess that could be a fork. It's not a very good fork, though. Ooh. It's like a Chevy Camaro or something.
Hey, I might be a little late filing my tax return, but sending a one-man army seems like an overreaction.
I am here to investigate the theft of a blue SUX 6000 that belongs to Melissa Kuzak.
Fancy car and fancy name. But I hardly ever get the pleasure of dealing with either.
Do you have any information about the whereabouts of this vehicle?
To be honest, I did some work on one of those cars recently, but I can assure you that it was not the one you're looking for.
Do I have your permission to search the shop?
I know what the world's like, but can a man go about his business without being harassed all the damn time?
I can come back with a warrant, but then I will not be knocking.
You think that's going to scare me? This is Detroit, for God's sake. People try to threaten me nearly every day.
I do not try.
You know what? If you really think you'll find evidence of that SUX ever being here, then be my guest.
New clue. And maybe you shouldn't leave your back door wide open. I don't know what these, yeah. I was like, what do these have to do with anything? What? Oh, does my scanner need to be upgraded for me to do that? You want to help that boy like you helped me and the others, I get it, but I'm still on parole. Can be involved in illegal shit, and Scott doesn't care. So I'm hiding some of his locker. He looked over his shoulder about 100 times, like when he was stashing those stolen radios there. Aha. Our Machna volts? I've had some shady dealings, but I don't know if there's anything criminal here yet. Talk to him.
See, I've told you, you'll find Jack all, because there ain't nothing to be found. This place is legit.
I need access to one of your lockers.
I can't allow that. It's my workers' private possessions.
You said your shop has nothing to hide.
The locker you have in mind belongs to a boy named Scott. He works for me on and off. I have to admit, I had a tiny feeling he might have something to do with your case. I will open his locker for you, but I won't be held accountable for what's inside. That's his locker. Go on, have a look. And where do you reckon?
Oh.
Is he your man?
For the time being. Where is the suspect?
You see, he hasn't turned up for work for some time. This morning, when two thugs swang by looking for him, I knew he must be in trouble. I've overheard him many times talking about a place where he does car jobs on the side.
Ooh. Give me the precise location.
I can't tell you exactly where it is. All I know is that it's one of the garages near the local storage compartments.
Tell me why you think he is responsible.
He's young, bright, and would like to rule the world. I get it. But nearly every month, he gets himself in trouble.
It is not enough to make assumptions.
I'm not a cop, but I've seen many things in my life. And where there's smoke, there's usually fire.
This guy has a good voice.
Is he a temporary worker?
You could say that. We fall out a lot because he brings a lot of hot stuff to the shop, and I'm not okay with it.
And you let him come back.
It's hard to make an honest living these days. That's why I understand his struggle, and I let him come back. Working here keeps him out of trouble. And to be frank, it's not easy to find such a good mechanic either.
Yeah, this definitely needs, like, text options to make this a little bit bigger.
Why did you cover for him?
I can't watch a decent kid like him get swallowed by this city. Don't look at me like that. Instead of giving him up, I was encouraging him to come clean. But a man can only try.
That is all for now.
Hey, make sure no harm comes his way. He might have done some foolish things in the past, but he's a good kid, and he deserves another chance.
A court of law will be the judge of that.
Ooh. Sir, I must take your car. Oh. I'm gonna watch RoboCop climb a ladder. Oh. I think we can jump off. That's what it looks like. But I think I'm going to play it safe. Or, nope. I can't jump off this side, but seems like it's going to let me do that here. Yep. Oh. We don't take damage. Okay, then there's no reason not to do that. Okay. It's good to know. It's good to know some things. Hello, ma'am.
Shaking in your boots. Look,
TJ
RoboCop
Laser.
is here. We're safe.
What's going on? Death awaits. Proxy. It is a crime to rent a film for adults to a person who is under 18. Okay. Why'd you say you need RoboCop? Uh-oh.
Citizen, I'm ordering you to discontinue this deliberate act of vandalism.
Screw you, man!
Where, oh, where could he be?
So, what you gonna do? You can't put me behind bars. I'm still a kid and only done it once. Just let me off with a warning, will ya?
It is my duty to warn you not to commit that, or any violation, again.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I'll do my best not to get caught again.
Uh-oh. Well, that's not great. Oh. Here we go. And he was vandalizing property. RoboCop cannot abide by that.
Those people on
Issue tickets for misdemeanors like public drinking, disorderly conduct, traffic violations. Ooh.
first floor are paranoid. They put blinds in the windows. Can't watch the TV no more.
I am holding down the left trigger and it's not. Oh, he's not even a person. He's a ghost. Okay, now he exists. That didn't seem to do anything? We have identify instances of lawbreaking. There's alcohol here. Weird that they brought that up there, but not have anything here that's obvious. How to do it? Weird. Oh.
What? Someone knocked out his teeth, including the gold one. He's
For
asking
some,
if
to learn
anyone
how not
found
to
it.
lose the track of time is to learn how not to lose their money.
I'd be the worst kind of cop. A ticketing cop. Ha ha ha. Tell me this guy's not drunk in public?
Oh, I'm telling you, officer, dumpsters are like a bag of candies. You never know what you're gonna get.
All right, buddy. Ooh. What's up over here? Ooh.
He's real gun. Asked me for money. Only a moron steals from a beggar. That's what I said. But then he started shooting.
Okay. We're exploring a little bit as RoboCop here in the city. I think we need to go deal with a car here, so let's go up the ladder here. I would love to see third person what he's doing there.
You see that guy down there?
Push it.
He's an asshole.
I don't see him, sir. Ooh. Did you steal these? Alright. Yeah, you can fall off, but he's not able to climb up this stuff. Like, is his foot supposed to actually be on the ground there? Alright, I think we're going to head to our destination here. I know there was something here I remember seeing. Okay, not here. I think it might be down here. Because I've seen a little bit of this.
Hey, Robo, can you help me out here?
What's that?
Why make such a big deal?
How can I assist you, officer?
I'm trying to catch this one shifty dealer. This guy steals nuke from other pushers to sell it at half price. This dopehead buys from him but won't tell me his whereabouts.
I don't know any dealer.
You were carrying for 3 different pushers, so you either like to walk for miles to buy nuke, or you appreciate a discount.
Don't take it out on me because the guy broke your nose?
As you can see, he doesn't want to cooperate.
Letting them steal means fewer drugs on the streets.
Do not worry. According to my directives, there are several ways to convince him to cooperate.
I ain't gonna let it reprogram my brain. We can talk, but don't let it drill into my head, okay? The guy's name's Maurice, but I don't know where to find him. I always arrange a place over a payphone. I'll give you the number.
Let's hope it works. The dealer knows where the others hide their stash. We could collect nuke from the whole neighborhood if we get to him.
I will take care of it.
But you need to find a payphone first. Try near the supermarket. I think at least one of them hasn't been smashed by vandals yet.
I want to say there's... yeah.
Would you please keep the noise down? You're scaring off my customers.
Can't hear you. Music's too loud.
What's up?
Good evening. Are those two men bothering you?
First, they harass my customers. Then they threaten to burn down my shop. You need to do something about it, officer.
What do you want, cop? Can't we have a little bit of fun? We did nothing wrong.
There's also nothing wrong in breaking criminal bones. There we go.
Volume control seems to be broken.
Leave it! That's brand new! I've only stole...
There we go. That's pretty good. I do like the way they write that text like it's a telltale thing. Like, Jonathan will remember that. There's some tagging going on down here. Or at least it's highlighted. I don't know if that means anything. Oh. Remember when RoboCop got caught on the stop sign? So that kid was painting multiple times. What's up, buddy?
This area is off limits. You need permission to get in or a warrant.
Hey, buddy. Let a RoboCop in. Alright. I can see when we're not wanted. There's a payphone over there. We're gonna go.
Be a cop. I even applied to the academy, but it turns out that extensive criminal history and drug addiction prevent you getting in.
Like he's police enthusiast. That's just his thing. Alright, let's go deal with this car thing. I can get through here?
It's getting colder, and now we don't have anything for the fire.
How was I supposed to know someone would steal our old tires?
Issue a ticket.
One parking ticket is all it takes to improve mindfulness.
Oh. Oh. Hey. Nuke box. Oh, is this hole? No ozone layer, no problem. Sunblock 5000. Ooh. Uh-oh. Sounds like we have a problem here.
Oh god, I messed up good.
Oh, he's over there. All right. Hello, Scott.
You must be Scott. What did you do with the blue SUX 6000 that you stole?
Hey, well, why would I have anything to do with that?
I have found evidence in Ben's shop.
You can't possibly help me. I don't want to cause any more trouble, especially for Ben.
Your actions have consequences.
Admitting to a crime is the best course of action for any young offender.
I can't go to juvie. Who's gonna fix this mess?
My duty is to serve the public trust.
Yes.
Okay. I admit. It was me who jacked the SUX. But he didn't leave me any choice.
Who is he?
I can't tell you. If he knew I gave him away, he'd take revenge on Ben. Oh God! It must be those thugs! We're dead! No one is gonna save us.
If they are criminals, then they are the ones who need saving.
Hello? Anybody home? Where are you, Scotty boy? You can only hide for so long.
Good evening.
It's the metal pick.
Look out!
Oh, buddy, look at this. Oh. Right in the crotch.
Give him all you got! Oh, is he still standing? Don't let him scare you. No chance!
Don't let him scare. Head explode. Buddy. Oh, man. Oh, man. What happened to his head? Oh, no. That's just not right. Somebody dodges RoboCop. Ugh.
You did it! They didn't think that through. Maybe you can put an end to this after all.
I am missing vital information in order to resolve this case.
I'll tell you what you want. Just please, help me fix this screw-up.
Where is the car now?
Oh man, I'm sure it's still in their chop shop. It's a warehouse on the northeast side. The entrance is concealed, but I'm sure you'll find it. I'm no fighter, but if there is any other way, I would like to help. Maybe you need some more intel.
Who did you mean by him?
It's Rex, from the local gang. I only did petty jobs for him mostly, but this time he made me steal that car. He said he wanted the SUX 6000 we were repairing at Ben's. When I said it was too hot, he slashed me with his knife.
Okay.
Why were you hiding?
You saw those thugs. They were looking for me. They realized I tricked them. They wanted the SUX 6000 from Ben's shop, but I didn't want to get him into trouble, so I stole a different one. I doubt anyone would have given a shit, but word on the street is that it belongs to the mayor's niece.
Any criminal matters should be reported to the police.
I know. I just thought I could figure this out by myself. Ben was right from the start. I shouldn't have gone down this road.
That is all for now. Proceeding to the vehicle's estimated location.
You are calling for backup, aren't you?
Negative. Threat calculation minimal.
Ooh. RoboCop has learned how to talk shit. Buddy, this did not go well for you. Also, that gun looks very huge. I don't know, maybe it is. Yeah. I was gonna say. $80 meters that way, okay. I'll go work on this and then maybe get going. But I will be streaming tomorrow nights, so that'll be fun here. This is right here, this one. Ooh. What's in here?
Dad, what does eviction mean?
Evening, officer.
Who's a debt collector?
Hello. Oh.
Dad, tell me the truth. Are we poor? Dad? Dad?
Tired of your kids asking annoying questions.
Why are people leaving? You don't even have a door. Sir, you need a door for the back of your business.
son.
I'm drugging you, son. Oh, we almost got to level up. More skill points. That'll be fun. Yeah, liking this a lot so far. It's a little rough around the edges, for sure, but it's got a lot of good, fun stuff going on here. I guess there's a highway right above us. Oh, enter the chop shop. Is this where we just punch the wall? What? Oh. I think punching the wall would have been better. Oh, I can throw. Wait, where? Oh. Wait, why is there... It's a floating motorcycle. Killed everybody before I could even do anything with this. Okay, let's release object. Let me use one. Oh. Alright, that was pretty... Oh, no. Oh. You fell all the way down.